Hi guys, welcome to Hoops Junction. A lot has been made about players resting, especially down the stretch of games. LeBron James has already taken 6 games off. Watching the game against the Los Angeles Clippers and Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron didn't play, Kyrie didn't play, Kevin Love didn't play. And it was very interesting, the comments that were being made by Mike Breen, Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson. Mike Breen said, if they're not going to play, maybe they should sign autographs. They should, meet with the fans. Do something to appease the fact that they didn't play. And Jeff Van Gundy said, just play. We don't pay you to do nothing else but play. You get paid the big bucks because this is a challenging job, which made a great point. And I've never been one to, hate on players if they have to rest for a certain injury. Like I completely agree with that. Resting your entire starting lineup, it could send a bad message. Especially when you're talking about people paying their money. Some people actually save up all their money to go to a game. So let's just say, you have a son or a daughter, and you're like, okay, for their birthday, I'm going to take them to go see LeBron James and the Cavaliers. I'm going to take them to see Stephen Curry and the Warriors. The Warriors did the same thing. They rested their whole starting lineup against the team. And you take your kid there, and you already paid for your ticket, and you find out they're not playing. So you just scraped all that money to go to a game, and now you can't even go or you can go, but it's not going to be the same effect because your kid's favorite player or your favorite player is not playing. So that's really leaving a bad taste in people's mouths. And you got to think about this too. It's just like a game that was hyped up. LeBron James and Cavaliers, the Los Angeles Clippers, turns out to be a dud. It wasn't even good. The question is, how do we resolve this? There are multiple ways that you can take with this. One of the things that the NBA can possibly do is making all games equal. For example, if you play a game in your conference, it's considered like a divisional game, whatever. But if you play outside of your conference, it's not worth as much. So it's like half a game. If you lose, you're only half a game behind or whatever if you're playing somebody outside of your conference. Maybe they should just make all the games worth the same. This way, teams don't look at somebody outside of their division as, well, they're not that important. We're gonna make all games equal. So if you're in the East and you lose a game to the Los Angeles Clippers, you go down a full game in the East. Maybe that will make guys wake up. Another thing they could possibly do is they could start finding teams for resting their players like that. If you're gonna rest your entire starting lineup all in one game, then there's a fine. Maybe it's $100,000. That's what they did to the Spurs a couple years back when they had to play Miami. That's another good idea. Find them a great deal of money. We're not gonna accept all these stars to not be playing, because you got to think about this. Michael Jordan, when he came back with the Wizards, he was 40 years old. He played 82 games, and he averaged like 35 plus minutes per game, like 38 minutes a game. He was 40 years old. So what makes these players think that they can't do it? And that's the thing. There's so much money in the game. There's so much politics that go into the game. And the doctors are trying to save the players for later down the road. They're treating them like baseball players, where baseball players, they have a limited amount of pitches. And after a while, once they hit their pitch count, they take them out of the game. Well, these are NBA players. They shouldn't have like a pitch count. If these guys are so tired, if they're so exhausted, what another thing teams could do is this. They could limit the practice. They could cancel a practice. If they're having trouble with the traveling, which is a joke in itself. Like, they're saying, like, you guys are getting off the plane, you don't know what it's like to get off the plane and, get there and there. And it's true, we don't know what it is. But we also don't know what it is to fly first class. We don't know what it is to get on a private jet every other night. These players are well taken care of. Don't get it twisted. Back in the day when Oscar Robertson played and he was fighting for players' rights, he made it so they could have a medical doctor on staff, because back then they didn't. To have a personal trainer, because back then they didn't. To have private planes, because back then they didn't. They used to fly commercial with everybody else. So these players today, they're very pampered. They're paid handsomely. Even the scrubs are making $5 to $6 million a year. They can play games. I understand you miss a game due to injury, something's nagging you, but when teams are benching their entire starting unit, and that's what people come to see, that's going to be a problem. And that goes back to the fact that people don't take the regular season seriously because the players don't take the regular season seriously. So the NBA is going to have to revamp everything. They're going to have to make the games all worth the same amount. You know, you lose a game to somebody, opponent in the Western Conference, it's going to cost you as much of a game if you played it in your own conference, in the Eastern Conference, and vice versa. They're going to have to start fining people heavily. You know, like first offense 50,000, next one 150,000. Just for the players to get the gist. Like, you know, we need you out on the court. Just the product doesn't go without the players. You know, just play, because that's what it is. And you know, Karl Malone made an interesting point. He said, you know, it's kind of funny. You know, these guys want breaks and this, that, and the third, but these guys are missing 5-6 games, and there's police officers, firefighters, you know, you whatever job you do. I'm pretty sure you haven't even taken 6 days off this year yet. You know, maybe you have a whole vacation planned off, but it's probably during the summer. And that's the thing about the NBA players. They have 3 whole months where they don't do anything in the summer, and they come back to play basketball in October. So it's just like, you have like a great career, great pay, great off season. Why are you missing so many games? The thing is, what I don't understand about players is you don't have to play the full game, half a game. So you play the first half, boom, there you go, you rest the rest of the game. How hard is that? You know, you play the first quarter, third quarter. Don't come back the rest of the game. That's cool. Like, at least people got to see you, because this is sending a bad message to the fans, and it's just making people not take the game seriously. Right now, the game's popularity is at an all-time high. But with this keep going on and people saving themselves for the playoffs, people are not going to want to watch it. And then when they get to the playoffs, you know, the play might get chippy or it might not be as congruent because guys were missing games during the regular season. I just told you, LeBron James took 6 games off during the regular season. I haven't taken 6 days off this entire year yet from work. So it is what it is, man. I'm not hating. I'm just saying that this must get resolved in the near future because it's hurting the integrity of the game. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction. Hoops meets Hoopla. Peace.